What's up, y'all? It's your girl Toya Teller, and I'm back with another video. This is another video of Tyler Perry Sistas. The title of this episode is Knowing Too Much. I mean, not knowing too much. Y'all always do this. We know enough. We know enough. Oh my gosh, I cannot get it right. And I be having it right there at the tip of my mind. And then as soon as the video start, I think it's nervous because as soon as the video start, I just forget the title of it. And I don't understand why I don't write it down with my notes. But I guess I will. We know enough. I'll have to start doing that. So we start this episode off where we left off with the previous episode, okay? When Zach had to dive on Hayden, okay? He finna steal this. No, that was an insider, y'all. That was an insider. But Zach had to dive on Hayden, okay? So Zach comes to the law firm looking for Fatima. And Hayden told Zach that he got Fatima arrested. And he was calling her all out her name. Excuse me. He was calling her all out her name, and Zach wasn't having it. So Zach, he dove right in. Okay. And so they down there tussling, they done fell down the stairways and everything. And Andy, she's screaming for them to stop, y'all, stop, y'all, stop. And it took a long time for the security guards to even come break it up. Okay, because Hayden, he down there looking like he trying to do kung fu on on Zach. And then Zach, he playing tug of war with Hayden leg. I'm like, what do these fools got going on? And then eventually, finally, here comes security. After 7 minutes later. So security done broke it up and they talking shit back and forth to each other. And Hayden, he done called the police. So they waiting on while he waiting on the police to arrive, he up there telling Zach how ghetto he is. And I'm just like, no, no, my boy. What's ghetto is how a grown man can spend all his grown man time trying to pull another grown man down behind some pussy. That's ghetto, my boy. Don't let the statistics fool you. But anywho, so um the police arrived and Hayden told them that Zach was the first one to throw the lick. So they arrested Zach. And Zach, he up there flinching at Hayden on his way out the door. Like, Zach, that is too childish. That is too childish of you to do. And so Andy, she telling Zach that she gonna help him get out of jail and she gonna get Fatima out as well. Zach was like, "Don't worry about me, just go get Fatima out." And so hey, Andy had to pull some strings. So on the way, no, before they take Zach out, before they escort him out, here come Karen. She done popped up on the scene. Okay. She talking about what's going on. And then he said, man, nothing. Like he's so irritated with Cameron just popping up, worrying about what's going on with him and his illegal shit. So even though she wasn't popping up for him, but Zach irritated at this point. And so she was like, well, it don't look like nothing to me. And Zach, he ignored her, whatever. They escorted him out. By that time, Hayden, he come up to Andy trying to talk more shit. Andy told him, get the fuck out my face. Okay? And Hayden, he ran off. Here come Karen. She telling Andy, talking about, what's happening? Andy said, a lot. Hell, what does it look like? And, and then so Karen was like, I came up here to talk to you, but I'm not here for all this drama. And I'm just like, baby girl, you were not invited in the first place. Like, who invited you? No one. So what are you talking about? You ain't come up here for all this drama. We didn't even know you was on the way, baby girl. Like she said it as if Andy had invited her to the drama. Like, girl, calm down. You ain't even have to put your nose in none of that. You came up running up talking about what's going on. Like, girl, stop. And so Andy, she was like, I know, come on. So they went to her house. And Karen was asking Andy what happened. And so Andy was like, she at first she didn't want to tell her what happened. She was like, I don't think you want to know all of that because, it's just it's more things to put on top of her head than she already got. But Karen wanted to know. So Andy told her, look, Hayden got Fatima arrested. Zach found out, so he beat his ass. And so now Karen is like, she having to face reality, like, wow, he out here fighting for this bitch? Like, he fighting for this bitch? So Karen, she was like, oh, okay, okay. And they went on and finished talking, and Karen just blurted out and told her that she don't know who the father of her baby is. And so Andy, she like, I'm sorry to hear that, friend. And and so Andy, she encouraged her and tell her that, either way, you still got your sisters. And I mean, all I'm gonna say is I feel for Karen. Although Andy's right. She does need to get over Zach and face reality. Move on, sis. Like, you doing too much at this point. You up here talking about some what if I want him to be the daddy? Like, what if I want Zach to be the daddy? I don't know Aaron like I know Zach. And because Andy was in question, like, why don't you want Aaron to be the daddy? Because Aaron seems like a good man. And she was like, because I want Zach to be the daddy. I don't know Aaron like I know Zach. I mean he's a good man, but I don't want no babies by him. And I get that. I get it, Karen. But at the same time, I mean, just because you know just because you know Zach better than you know Aaron does not benefit you and it's not gonna benefit y'all baby. So I just don't even understand. Like I do because you've been with Zach for years. You have not faced reality about the fact that he have moved on, which I don't understand why you haven't faced reality. But clearly you have not faced reality, and you feel like it's a chance that you can make that happen. Like you can get that what you always pictured. You having your babies by Zach. I'm pretty sure you always pictured you and Zach together. And if you was gonna have some babies on down the line, you pictured them being with Zach. But reality ain't that, sis. Like reality is not that. And you having to face that, I understand that it's hard. So I understand, but at the same time, like it's time for you to realize that the reality ain't the reality that you always picture. But at the same time, it's still reality. You need to move on. Although I do understand why she don't want her baby to be for Zach. I mean, for Aaron, because She say that, because she don't know Aaron as well as she knows that, which is understandable. But if it was me, that would be part reason why. But the main reason why would be because I saw just how quick it was for you to erase your stepchildren out of your life. Like, Karen saw just how quick it was for Aaron to do that. Quick and simple. And move on. I wouldn't trust having a baby for a man or even inviting a man into my life as a father figure to my children. I wouldn't trust that type of man that can just erase his stepkids the way he did, give up full custody of them, and go on with his life. Farewell. Like, no, I wouldn't want to have no babies for Aaron either. But although she didn't state that that's the case, if it was me in my situation, that would be the case for me, the main case. On top of the fact that I don't know you like that. So right now, Karen, she's going through it. And she's very emotional. She don't know who her baby daddy is. And the man that she wants to be her baby daddy, he done moved on. And she clearly see that. So she don't know what to do right now. And Aaron, I mean not Aaron, but Andy, she is encouraging her and she got her back. So she told Karen it's gonna be all right. And it is. So now we see Brumman, he's calling Sabrina. And he letting Sabrina know how much he missed her and can't wait to see her again and all of this here. And so he asked Sabrina, can he send her some pictures and stuff? And Sabrina was like, yeah, that'll be good because I'm going out to the car in a minute. So you can just send them to my phone when I get to the car. And so he was like, what you mean? And she was like, well, I'm about to go to Andy's. Me and my girls were meeting up at Andy's so that we can talk about certain things. And so he was like, oh, okay, okay, okay. Well, have you ever been driven? And so Sabrina was like, no, I never been driven. And I'm just like, Sabrina, how you ain't never been driven when you clearly told Calvin that you was gonna catch a ride share after the date whenever Bruhman had to kick Calvin ass and put him up at his restaurant. You made it clear that you was gonna catch a ride share. So how you never got driven? Although I'm pretty sure Brumman is talking about like some luxury Prince Charming way of being driven. But either way, you still got driven. So make yourself clear. But anyways, he's buying her over, basically. And I feel like Brumman is a really good dude. I feel like him and Sabrina is a good match. They're a good catch, and he's much better than Calvin. Like Cameron ain't even got no coins. And I know it ain't even all about coins, but at the same time, you ain't finna come to me um impersonating yourself as a business owner for a real estate company and come to find out you asking a roommate with my homeboy that I work with at the bank, aka Maurice. No, no, please. If you don't kick that mess to the curb, ain't nobody think about no Calvin. And I hope that Sabrina continue to date Bruhman. I'm looking forward to her and Bruhman and all of his Prince Charming. Okay? And so here comes Preston. He's ringing Danny doorbell, trying to get his box of clothes. And he come in to get his box of clothes and he pull up a shirt. He's like, this ain't my shirt. So then she threw it to the side, like, oh, my bad. I believe Danny knew that wearing Preston shirt because Preston don't even dress like that. She was just trying to, I guess, make him jealous because of all these dates he been going on lately. But Danny was petty for that. Anyways, Preston trying to play it off as if as if Danny knew he was on the way. Whenever he clearly told Danny that he was coming tomorrow, but instead he popped up, and I believe that was just him trying to do a drive-by, trying to do a sweep and make sure that the butt liquor or nobody else wasn't inside of Danny's apartment. And so he popped up and got his box, and him and Danny was talking, and he told Danny he was finna leave, and she was like, "Okay, you don't have to announce when you finna leave. You should have announced when you was on the way." And I'm like, "Get it, girl." By time Danny start putting Preston in his place, and so she was like, "Well, you can leave unless there's anything else you want to say." And but right before he could get it out of his mouth, here comes Sabrina busting through the door. And I'm like, "Dang, Danny, you still ain't learned to lock your door from the first incident. Please learn to lock your door." And so Sabrina came in and messed up the moment. And so Preston left with his box. And they was getting ready to roll out to go to Andy's place so that they all can meet up to talk about Karen. And they left. They decided to stop by the grocery store before they leave. And Danny told Sabrina that she was gonna have to drive because she's too high right now, so she can't drive. And so they left. And now we see Kelvin and Q at Maurice's house. They still sitting down at the dinner table. They just got through having dinner and they finishing up the conversation. And so Kevin just gonna automatically invite Q to live at Maurice's house. And I'm just like, now, Kevin, how you gonna invite somebody to live at somebody else's address? This is not even your home, dude. You're just roommating here. You're renting a room. That's it. How you just gonna invite this guy for one that has robbed you and double back and robbed me at gunpoint, me and my friend? How you just gonna invite him? First of all, you invited him back into my house whenever I left to go to work after I had just banged the pots and pans to put him out. And I should have put your ass out right behind him if I would have known you was gonna unlock my door and happily let him walk back in my house as soon as I leave. See, Maurice should have been getting on Calvin ass at this point, putting both of their ass up out. Because at this point, they about to fuck up Maurice's peace at this point. Like, for one, y'all, Calvin is really overstepping his boundaries in my book. He's overstepping his boundaries completely to do something like that. And then just say that this is how this gonna go, and I'm about to go. Like that's basically what Calvin did. So when he left, Maurice and Q they standing up there talking, and Maurice didn't want to hear that shit. He was just like, "Wash your dish, bitch, and stop talking to me." And so over at Karen's, Aaron he knocks at the door. He comes in with the ice cream, and She sits him down and she tells him how she really feels. Finally. And she tells him straight up, like, I don't want this baby to be for you because I don't know you like that. And I'm not over Zach. Which I don't understand why you not over Zach. Like Zach is completely over you. Come on, sis. So she let Aaron know that she don't really know who the daddy is. And Aaron he still got her back. And by this point they have a deep moment and blase blase. Honestly, Aaron and Karen's scenes are boring to me. I really wish that I can fast forward them, but I have to talk about them. So she started having pregnancy cravings in the middle of that conversation, and she wanted some pickles right along with a bunch of foods that she don't normally eat. And so he went and got them. And now we see Robin. He peeping into Andy's office, smiling and whatnot, leaning up against the door. And so he comes in and Andy was like, "Oh, so you made it back from London?" And she's smiling and grinning or whatever. You know, she had to work her move so that Robin can get Fatima out of jail right along with that. So Robin, he agreed that he was gonna get Fatima out and that Fatima was gonna be able to keep her job too. He was gonna handle Hayden. And before he left, Andy was like, I'll make sure that you're a very happy man. And she asked for one more favor. She asked for him to get Zach out too. So he was like, do he got a record? And she was like, yeah. And so he was like, he gonna see what he can do about that. But he gonna try his best. So um in the meantime, he told Andy to go pick up Fatima. So Fatima, she at the police station. So Andy, she's at the police station waiting on Fatima. And when Fatima comes out, she tells Fatima that Robin just made two phone calls and Fatima was able to place bond. So Fatima was like, dang, he got pulled like that? And I'm just like, I mean, clearly he said he owned the whole entire law firm. Of course, that shouldn't be surprising that he got pulled like that. So Andy proceeded to tell Fatima that Zach is arrested because he beat Hayden ass right there at the law firm, and Hayden got him arrested too. So Fatima, she like, damn, what the hell am I gonna do about this little elf? Oh Lord! And so she asked Andy, is it any way that she can go in there to see Zach? And so Andy was like, yeah, I can get you in there. Just hang on right quick. So Andy walked off to go and pull her strings again. Cause see, Andy, she got pulled too. Okay. And now we see Danny and Sabrina. They at the grocery store. They getting some groceries and everything before they go meet up at Andy's place. And I'm just like, okay, they on their way to Andy's, but Andy is at the police station bailing Fatima out. What? Like, I don't get it. So this is gonna pop up at this girl house and she's not even home. And don't even know that they on the way because she way over here at the police station. Bun and Fatima ass out of jail. So Danny and Sabrina, they walking around the grocery store shopping and stuff. And Danny, she peeks out two girls behind them following them with a camera. And she was like, what these bitches following us for? And Sabrina was like, they're not following us. I've been watching them. And I'm like, clearly you have it because clearly they are following y'all. And so one girl, both of them, they creeping up, and one girl, she got the camera taking pictures of Sabrina. And so that's when Danny, she walked up to him and she was like, who are y'all and why are y'all following us taking pictures? And so the girls, they was like, you are so beautiful. And they was looking at Sabrina, they was like, can we get a picture, please? And Sabrina, I mean, that's when Danny was like, what y'all want a picture with us for? And she was like, oh, they was like, oh no, not you, sorry, her. You are so. We think you are so beautiful. And so Sabrina looking at them like, what the fuck going on? How y'all know me? And so they was like, Sabrina? And Sabrina was like, hold on, they know my name? And so that's when Sabrina was like, how do y'all know me? And the girl they was like, you are on the cover of the page in our country. So Sabrina said, let me see. And so then she get the phone so she can see, and she like, have the Prince of Ebectanoon found his future wife? And Sabrina, she snatched the phone to see was it real. Like, I gotta see this for myself. What? And she read it. She was like, so he is a prince. He's really a prince. So come to find out, y'all, Bruh is the Prince of Ebeknu, whatever that is. So I'm just like, Tyler Perry done really put a twist on it this time. He done really put a twist on it this time, y'all. He done went too far, y'all. What is the Prince of Ebeknu doing in Atlanta? But he owns a lot of businesses, so y'all, Sabrina is about to be a princess. That is surprising me, and I hope that she is about to be a princess, honestly, because if she decides to go back to Calvin and engage in his shenanigans, I'm gonna clearly be disappointed in Sabrina. She better move on, even if it takes moving on to Ebeknu. She better go take her position on that throne. That's what I'm talking about, Sabrina. I'm proud of her. Wish I can meet me a Prince Charming. But anywho, so y'all on next episode, Ryman done told Hayden that he gay. So you know when they get back to Gary, Gary gonna be so quick to try to call Andy with that information. And I just wonder how this gonna play out because Robin, I see he got a lot of tricks up his sleeve too. So we gonna see how next episode goes. But anywho, thank y'all for watching. This is your girl Toya Telly. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and do so. Also, hit that notification bell button so you know when I come through with more videos. Until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Peace.